sound of gentle, ambient nature sounds, birds chirping softly, warm, reflective tone. You know, life has a funny way of surprising you. For years, I was a city person, through and through. The constant noise, the rush, the feeling of being in the middle of everything. I thought that's what I wanted. I spent my days in a tiny apartment surrounded by concrete and steel, dreaming of, well, I wasn't even sure what I was dreaming of anymore. Something more, I guess. Then one day I just couldn't take it anymore. I packed up my life, said goodbye to the city, and took a massive leap of faith. I bought a place in the countryside. Not just any place, though. 6 acres. 6 acres of rolling land dotted with old oak trees. A sprawling garden that had gone wild, and even a small forgotten plantation of fruit trees. It was overwhelming and quiet. So quiet. The first few weeks were a shock. The silence was louder than any siren I'd ever heard. I started to wonder if I'd made a huge mistake. Was this peace, or was it just emptiness? I started working on the land, trying to bring the garden back to life. One morning, while clearing some overgrown vines near an old pecan tree, I saw him. A tiny little squirrel all by himself. He was smaller than the others I'd seen around, and he seemed a bit frantic, darting back and forth, chittering nervously. He wasn't just foraging, he was searching. I'd be out with my coffee, and there he'd be, a lone little shadow on a desperate mission. I started leaving out nuts for him, which he'd grab, but he'd always look around as if hoping someone else would show up to share them. I nicknamed him Pip. I saw myself in this tiny creature, alone in a vast new world, trying to find a place to belong. Then the most incredible thing happened. About a month into my new life, I was on the porch and saw a flurry of activity in that same pecan tree, leaping from branch to branch. And right in the middle of them all was Pip. He wasn't frantic anymore. He was part of the chaos. He'd found them. I wasn't just an observer looking at a squirrel. I was Pip. I had left a world where I felt lost and alone, and I had stumbled into this big, quiet 6-acre home. I thought I was just buying land, but what I'd really been searching for, just like Pip, was a family. And in the quiet hum of the bees, the rustle of the oak leaves, and the crazy antics of the squirrel family in my yard,